So during my first day in Sweden, I'm not gonna lie to you fellas, I was actually kind of lost and confused when I was in Sweden. I didn't make it to Sweden until I was at 6 o'clock in the afternoon due to the fact that I had some passport issues back in Istanbul when I was getting out of Istanbul, Turkey. And when I finally landed, everything that I wanted to do in Sweden was practically pretty much closed. So I didn't make it there till the nighttime once I got there. So when I realized that everything was pretty much closed, all the attractions I wanted to see, I decided to take a good visit to the old city because I thought the old city would have a good place in order to find maybe a nightclub or maybe even an Irish pub that I wanted to look for that one of my friends who went to Stockholm, Sweden told me about. And as you can see in the video right here, there's a little bit of a glimpse of what you're going to see at the old town. I like what old town looks. It gives you like an old classic feel, something like an 1800s European look. You know, some us Americans, lots of Americans have never been to Europe before. But what I love about Stockholm's old city, I got to admit, it makes you believe this is what Europe it looks like all over the place. Like everyone, like a lot of us Americans really do believe that Europe looks something like this. And I actually really enjoyed my stop in Stockholm, Sweden's old town. But I ended up finding an Irish pub, and you guys already know how much I love my Guinness. You guys know I'm a nightlife kind of person. I love the nightlife. And when I realized it was Guinness inside this pub, I had to go in. But one thing that stole the show for me personally when I went inside this pub was the fact that the live music that was going on inside this pub. Now, what really took me by surprise in Sweden, I didn't really expect this whatsoever when I was actually in Sweden, was the fact of how diverse Sweden is as a country. You know, us Americans, when we're over here in America, United States, we always think the most diverse country in the world is America. But I gotta admit, after going to Sweden, I was pleasantly surprised and also happy and elated to find out that not only does America have a lot of diversity in it, but Stockholm, Sweden, man, I found like so many people that lived in Stockholm, Sweden who weren't even Swedish. They were from like the UK, from Germany. There were some people that owned this pub that I was into were not even from Ireland. They were from Wales. And not only that, they're also trying to please the Irish people who will probably stop by in Stockholm. I also love this music. Go ahead and take a listen to the sweet sounds of this Irish music that's going on. Just take a listen to it. I actually fucking love the music that was going on right here. Just take a listen. I thought it was pretty good. I actually really felt like I was actually in Ireland for a good second. And it even felt better as I slammed a couple drinks down. I think I got like maybe 4 Guinnesses and probably a Kilkenny. By the way, for you guys in Ireland who are enjoying yourselves some Kilkenny beer is amazing. And you know what? One thing I only have to complain about this pub though, and for anybody that's going to Stockholm, Sweden, anybody that's actually planning on visiting Sweden in general, I would say save up some money if you're trying to go nightlife, if you're trying to go into nightlife like I am. I personally, like I said, am a nightlife kind of person. I enjoy the nightlife. It's one of my favorite things to experience in every country that I decide to visit or anywhere that I decide to go to in that fact of the matter, because I like to see what everyone's doing during the nighttime. But one thing I have a complaint about Sweden is that it's super expensive. It's not exactly the cheapest place to go for a nightlife kind of thing. Maybe it's just Stockholm, because the only place in Sweden that I visited was Stockholm. But regardless though, that didn't ruin the night for me. I actually enjoyed my night in Stockholm at this pub. I was just chilling and conversating with people and having a good time listening to music. And I must admit, even though I had to pay maybe like $9 for a beer, this holds a special place in memory in my heart because I just had a great time with everybody that I was with. But the funny thing is about the pub that I stayed at is that I didn't realize how long I was actually in the pub. I was there for 4 hours. Yeah, 4 fucking hours. I didn't realize time went by so quickly to the point that it was actually midnight and the pub was actually about to close. And I was starving to death, and I gotta admit, this one place that I ended up finding when I was trying to go back to my hostel saved me, cause everything else was closed, but this one kebab place was open for like pretty much till 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'm so thankful that these guys are open, because this kebab that I ate, I devoured that son of a bitch so quick, it ain't even funny. But this was pretty much my first day in Stockholm. The only reason why I didn't really do much in Stockholm, fellas, was because the fact of the matter was that pretty much is that my Istanbul pretty much screwed me over because they held me up with the passport police, and then they finally found that, oh, hey, he's good to go. He's all right. I missed my first plane ticket to get out of Istanbul, so I had to wait for the next plane, which was like a 3-hour wait. Didn't get there till 6. Had to get my stuff unpacked and stuff, so it was like 8 o'clock when I got out, and that's really the only reason why I didn't really do much my first day. But I had a good time regardless, though, for that one nightlife thing that I did. Anyways, amigos and amigas, there's more days to come when I stayed in Stockholm. I stayed for Stockholm for 4 days in total, and trust me, I had a great time every single one of those days. We'll be coming up with some more videos of my days where I stayed in Stockholm, so I hope you guys tune in with me later. And as always, I hope you guys enjoy your day. And it's been your boy, shadowkilla. As always, adios, mi amigos.